Today's tool is something you think you have, but I promise you most of the time you don't. But don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us are like that. But today we're going to change that. Hi, I'm Munna. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back, especially in this Calm Parent series. Today is part 5 of the series. And if you haven't watched these videos already, you can go back and watch them at any point or re-watch them if you need to take notes. Basically sharing tips and tools and ideas to help you be calm as a parent and as a human in general. And today's tool is one of the most exciting tools because it's at our disposal all of the time. We think we're in control of it, but we really aren't. And we're going to learn how to use it to our advantage to become calmer, happier, and more motivated to just live life. You know, over the years, working with moms and with clients, I've realized that people come to me in either one of two phases. Phase 1 are people who are not problem aware, and phase 2 are people who are problem aware. So the first type of people, or not the first type, because it's not a type, we all go through these phases, but the first group of people who are in this phase are really not aware that there is a problem. And if they do think there's a problem, most of the time it's the problem of people around them. So there's a lot of blaming, criticizing, judgment, and everything is outwardly directed. Versus the people who have reached the phase where they are problem aware. They know there's a problem and they know that they need to find a solution for it. Now let me ask you, if you were to just guess, who of these clients do you think got results faster? Who achieved their goals faster? Who solved their challenges faster? The people who weren't problem aware or the people who were problem aware? Obviously, the people who were more problem aware are the ones that were able to move through the cycle and the process of solving that problem. Because the first step towards any change in our lives is awareness. And this is why I'm dedicating a whole video in this series to the tool of awareness. Most of us think that we have full awareness of what's going on inside of us through our minds and our thoughts and our feelings and what's going on around us. But the truth is, internally, we're not aware of 95% of the things that are going on. Right now, you're not telling your heart to be pumping blood. You're not asking your lungs to take in oxygen. You're not asking your hair to grow. All of these things are happening without your awareness. And at the same time, outwardly, what's going on outside of us, you may think that you notice everything that's going on around you, but your brain is literally incapable of processing all of the data that's coming from outside of us. This all means that you and I are only aware of a very small part of what we call reality. And the cool thing is, what you're aware of may not be what I'm aware of. So you and I could go to a restaurant together, for instance, and after we leave, you might say, I really loved the color of the curtains. And I'd be like, what? I didn't even notice there were curtains there. You are renovating your house and you're looking for new curtains and you're looking for new furniture, so you noticed the curtains. We were both sitting in the same situation at the same place. There was something very obvious in front of me that I didn't see. I'll give you another example that might be more relatable. Do you remember when you were pregnant? How suddenly, wherever you looked, you started finding strollers everywhere, at the mall, at the parking lot, at the park, everywhere. Strollers, ads for strollers, people with strollers, babies everywhere. I don't know, for me, I would turn to my husband and say, dude, like, there's so many pregnant people in Dubai. I don't get it. I never noticed them before. I never noticed that many strollers before. Or maybe you wanted to buy a car once and you had your eyes on an Audi, a black Audi. And suddenly, wherever you go, you see the black Audi everywhere. How come? Do you think there were strollers that just came to life because you were pregnant, or Audis just started selling more cars during that particular phase of your life? No, that's not what happened. What happened is the heart of today's tool. There's something in our brain called Reticular Activating System. RAS. And the job of this reticular activating system, don't worry, you don't have to remember the name, but you have to remember what this amazing thing in our brain does. What it does is it acts like a filter. What happens with this filter is it will filter out from the outside world things that are aligned with our internal world. Meaning, what I'm thinking about, I start noticing and filtering out from whatever is happening outside of me. So when you were pregnant, when I was pregnant, obviously baby was on the mind, especially if it was the first one, which for me it was only the one. You were thinking about the baby, constantly thinking about the baby, probably wondering what kind of stroller you want to buy. Do you want to buy pink, or no, maybe you'll have a boy next time, so you want to get green. You have all of these thoughts going on in your mind. And now the filter, your RAS, is picking up from the environment around you things that are aligned with these thoughts. Now, why does this even matter? It matters because most of the time, our RAS is doing whatever it wants to do and thinking whatever it wants to think and filtering out from the environment whatever it wants to filter out. We are letting it plan and decide what we think about and what we notice without being aware of it. Which brings me to our homework for today. Today's homework is very simple. You're going to become conscious that you have this filter in your brain, and you're going to start filtering out from reality whatever you want to manifest in your real life, whatever you want to feel and to accomplish. And you can do that with your kids too. You can start deciding, I'm going to notice what my kids do well today, instead of allowing my RAS and my filter to just notice every small annoying thing they do. And I promise you, once you do that, you're gonna start catching them doing so much good. But you weren't able to see it maybe before because your filter was different. And before you leave, I know you're a very busy mom. I know there's so much going on in your life and you're probably like rushing all of the time. So first of all, I appreciate you watching this whole video. It means a lot to me. I hope it was helpful to you. And as a gift to you, I created a video that gives you 5 tools that will literally save you hours every week. Just choose one of them if you want, not all 5, but if you do all 5, it obviously would be much better. But if even you choose just one of them, you'll save at least an hour to 2 every single week. And who wouldn't be happy with 1 to 2 hours extra every week? Maybe you'll use them to practice all of the beautiful tools that we've been talking about throughout the series. Thank you for being here, and I really hope that you've enjoyed what we've been talking about so far, and I'll see you in the next video and the next topic.